Okay, can you hear me, Wendy?
Yes, I can hear you.
Awesome. We are live. We're
Hey.
broadcasting. We are Wendy and Joseph. We are coming to you live from the West Coast and the East Coast and whatever coast you want. No, just kidding. So, yeah, it's a great day, guys. We are doing our Sunday afternoon. And today's topic is actually going to be something pretty fascinating, guys, because Wendy and I have been following along with the medical industry and doctors and stem cells and what doctors are using to help their patients get healthier and to introduce them to the amazing effects of stem cell activation patches. So maybe Wendy, you might want to kind of explain what stem cells are doing. Like, why do people look towards stem cells, and especially doctors now? What are so amazing about stem cells?
Well, the stem cells are basically the core to all health. Stem cell, like our stem cells, are responsible for like all of our tissue, all of anything. Our bones, our tissue, our blood, our brain health, like everything that we're made of starts with a stem cell. So focusing on the core of our health basically is what we're trying to do. We're focusing on not just covering up symptoms like the past, and like what most doctors do now, what most everybody does right now. They focus on covering up symptoms because that's all people have known how to do. But now that we have this technology of stem cells, we've always known about stem cells, but we've never really known how to activate them and how to use energy from the sun to make our own stem cells healthier. Doctors are now, not all doctors, but some doctors are seeing the benefit of it, and they're really getting excited about sharing this with their patients. And so, yeah, we're super excited about this.
Yeah, it's very exciting. And that's the biggest difference with stem cell activation, our patches, and what traditional stem cell injections were doing, because the stem cell injections are limited to where the cells in the body that they help versus our stem cell activation patch. Like you and I are wearing these patches, but it's not just working where we place it. Like people would say, oh, you place it, right?
Well, when you inject it into your shoulder, right, it's gonna basically it's tissue is only going to rebuild that tissue in your shoulder, or if your hip, it's only going to rebuild that tissue in your hip. But when we actually make our own stem cells activate and become healthier, our stem cells, they can potentially help anything because they can become anything. Our stem cells can become whatever they need to be.
That's it.
Fix whatever that needs to be fixed. So when we're helping our body produce their own, they're going to fix whatever needs to be fixed. They're going to become, these mother cells are going to create daughter cells to go and fix everything that needs to be fixed.
Everything, guys. Everything. It's huge.
That's why everybody has a different experience, because everybody has a different issue. So so that's the neat thing about this. You don't have to worry about recommending this to anyone, because like we've learned, the aging process is going to go on. But stem cells are there to basically, they can become, like I said, they can become anything to help heal anything.
And you and I listened to, let's just play the audience a little tiny snippet of what one doctor who is now using these same patches for his patients. Let's just take a little snippet of what he says, and then we'll come back, guys. Just check this doctor out.
today, and there are probably a lot of doctors on the line. So I'm going to address you, healthcare providers, today, and because I know the mindset, and I feel like we've developed a system where all of those fears that you might have, it's a network marketing, how am I going to implement that into my practice? We have that all out of the way. So before I do that, I do want to confirm what Savvy said. I literally saw the big picture as soon as he told me what it was. And so we got to work. And the shutdown, the quarantine was no respecter of income, business person. Everybody was shut down. We were shut down for 2 months. And I want to tell you, doctors, it looks really smart to have a second gig going on. Surgeons who are out of their, who could not work for elective surgery, orthopedic surgeons, you think it would have been pretty good for them to have a side gig? I think you're right. And so I saw that and I said, you know what? I'm 65 years old. I don't have a side gig. I have this clinic. And so we went to work, and yeah, we got a lot of people, but you know what? All we did is follow the system. The system really, truly works. And so doctors who are on this call, I know one of the first things you're thinking about when somebody introduces you to something new, whether it's a therapy machine, a product, you're thinking, how am I going to implement this both ethically and time-wise? How am I going to talk to people about it? And the great thing is also, you also have ethics, and so you don't want to just randomly recommend something that really truly isn't pertinent or important for them in their health. So if you can imagine, you don't say anything during your visit. They came in for something else. You don't want to hijack them with some new product, particularly a network marketing product, because we all have a little bit of those preconceived ideas about that. So at the end of your visit, this is what you do. You say, by the way, as you're walking out of the door, by the way, Susie, what do you know about stem cells? And they answer, and you say, go see Sally out front. She has some free samples of some stem cell activation patches. Doctor, that took you 10 to 20 seconds.
10 seconds.
Your staff takes over. We have it down to a science. Your staff takes over. They have some patches in an envelope. They explain to those people how to apply them, what they do. If you do that, you will have an avalanche of patients coming in and wanting to get on auto ship or become part of your team. Because here's the other thing. A lot of them were laid off. I don't know if it's 30 million or 60 million. I don't watch the news anymore. I don't know how many people lost their jobs for a while, but they need some extra income, and you need to help their health. There's nothing that is more to the core of health than stem cells. You can honestly feel good about recommending them to every single patient because the aging process marches on without any respect to person or age. It goes on. And so stem cells can become anything, so they can potentially help anything. So doctor, when your patients come to you, they are going to benefit by using this X39 patch. That's my contribution to this, is that we developed a way for doctors to get out of the way with preconceived ideas about network marketing or how am I going to implement this, and we have it down to a science. We can train your staff for you so that you don't have to take the time away from seeing those patients that you care so much about.
Okay, so what do you think of that?
I think it's awesome. I mean, they know that it's beneficial for their patients. They're going to be helping their patients, but they also know that it's important to have a side gig nowadays for pretty much anybody. Even people who have a really good regular job should have a side gig.
Yeah.
Not only for backup income reasons, but also the tax, also the tax write-off benefit, which is a whole nother story for another day. I mean, so yeah, all the way around, you're
I
laughing.
love your stories. I love your stories for another day because you leave them hanging. You're like, hey, you got to come back another day because we're going to cover that. So that's a great segue into our next video.
That's right.
That's awesome. That's awesome, Wendy. Yeah. So really, that's what we're going to be focusing on, guys. We're going to be branching out to doctors. So we're going to really be going out to doctors. This video is going to be sent to doctors, and we really want to get the medical community on board because, like he said, regardless, network marketing aside, the side gigs and today or tomorrow, we just don't know what's going to happen. But it's what it's doing to your patients because the stem cells can help wherever the patient needs help. And that is because stem cells work all over. It's the key ingredients to continuing to regenerate dead cells or, continue to
and
regenerate.
it's just simple. I mean, the fact that they can become anything they need to be means they can potentially, fix anything that needs to be fixed.
Shapeshifters. In Star Trek, they used to be called shapeshifters. They become anything they want. And that's really how stem cells are working, guys, is that they become what they need to become for your body. That's powerful. Whether it's the skin, whether it's your eyes, your brain, your heart, your kidneys, your lungs, it's amazing what they do. And
they even help brain. I don't know if you mentioned that, but they help brain health too. They help your chemical. If you have chemical imbalances, they help anywhere your body needs. Yeah,
that is it, guys. So really, what we're doing now is we're going to be going on to more mainstream understanding what cells do. So our next video, guys, is going to be talking about the cells. We're going to focus a little bit more on your body and what to look for. How do you get your body to have more energy? How do you get to have more stamina, to have better sleep, to improving your daily cognitive abilities, to balance your mood, like Wendy was saying? How do you do that? And then why is it important to do that? That's another question we're going to answer on our next video. Why do you want to start wearing X39 stem cell activation patches for your body? What will it do, not just for your body, but for your life? How will it improve your life? Because if your life is improved, then the quality of life is improved. What is that going to mean for the people that you associate with, the people that you are surrounded by? And then finally, when should people start wearing these amazing stem cell activation patches?
As soon as possible. Because as soon as you want to start feeling better, I guess is when.
Yeah, and part of what we do, guys, is after every broadcast, we show you where to go. So you go to wendyrichenergy.com. I'll put that website up for you guys so that you can at least check it out. There's a nice, cool little video there. You can also reach out to Wendy. Wendy and I are both advocates of the entire LifeWave product line. I mean, we wear probably close to, I know Wendy's probably wearing almost every single product that LifeWave makes at some point or another. I think you sampled.
I have on 3 today.
I've got you beat. I've got 5 on today.
Oh, you got me beat.
I'm sorry. I mean, don't be mad at me.
You always have to be one ahead.
Today it's 2 up. I've got you beat by 2, but that's okay because sometimes you have like 8 of them. I think you've had 7 or something.
I think 7 is the most I've had on at once.
Yeah, I mean, there's patches, guys, that you wear at night before going to bed. There's some patches that you would wear in the daytime. Some patches you can sleep, round the clock with. I mean, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. So here's The site that you go to is wendyrichenergy.com. Then you can put your information in. You can also connect with both of us. Follow Wendy. Wendy has a great group called Wendy Rich Energy Group. And she has a Wendy Rich Energy page on Facebook. And let me think, what was the other thing that you were going to mention? Okay, so let's kind of give them an idea.
We also have the one that would share the performance enhancing patches.
Right, the performance enhancing. Guys, that one, we've got a little bit of kind of.
Oh yeah, we had an issue.
Mixed, right, there's mixed emotions because Facebook thinks that that has to do with a different product that we don't sell. And
the performance enhancing is talking about like our, endurance when doing like sports performance and just
Right.
physical performance as far as like having more energy. So that's
right. It's unfortunate, that because of the media and because of how advertising, people have used certain phrases to mean one thing, but really these patches are talking about stem cell, what the stem cell is doing. So if you understand, that's why we really, need
and
to
a lot of
educate.
Athletes are using them. So that's where we came up with the word performance
Exactly.
enhancing. It's to,
Exactly.
a lot of athletes use it to help with their performance.
It's your stem cells that improve performance, that optimize performance. So if your stem cells weren't regenerating new cells, you would not perform at your optimum, guys. You could not enhance your.
You couldn't perform your job. You couldn't perform taking care of your family. You couldn't perform, So yeah, so we're using that word performance to showing that it can enhance your performance in your everyday life and everything.
Yeah, imagine not falling asleep on the job. How many people fall asleep on the job? And our patches will help you have so much energy and stamina that you'll stay awake longer than
you don't
your
have
job.
to pretend you're going to the bathroom just so you can close your eyes for 10 minutes.
Did you know people that would do that, Wendy? That's so funny that I used to do it. I worked many years ago in IT, and I used to do it, and you'd be gone for like an hour.
I don't think I've been gone that long, but I have just sat there and put my head in like I just closed my eyes for 5 minutes.
Where did Wendy go? Oh yeah, she went to the bathroom. Wow, she must not be feeling good. And they try to text you on your phones at your desk. But this is why we want you to have the sample of these patches, guys, because until you sample them, you don't know what you don't know. And like Wendy always says, just try it, just sample it, give yourself the benefit of the doubt that maybe, just maybe, you're going to start feeling amazing. Like Wendy and like myself. I mean, Wendy and I have been on them I've been on them a year, Wendy almost a year. And guys, a year ago, I was watching a picture of me and I was like, oh my God, that's me? That's what I look like?
You sent it and I was like, wow, big difference.
Wow, man, total big difference. I couldn't believe that was me. I mean, it's amazing what aging does, and it's amazing what these stem cells can do now.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, we are resilient. If we give the body the right thing, we can really bounce back. And that's one of the things that Wendy and I are sharing with you guys. So check in with us this week. Maybe after, we'll talk and figure out a schedule, like when we're going to have our next streams throughout the week. But definitely, if you're watching this, you probably if you're watching a replay, don't worry about it. You can still leave comments if you want to comment, because we will see the comments in the replay. If you're watching this live, and I see that we've had a few people on watching live, go check out Wendy Rich Energy. Check out what these stem cell activation patches can do, because people are seeing amazing results, man. I mean, if I tell you how old I am, like that doctor was 65, and I was talking to our buddy today, who's from Texas, and I told him, he goes, "Is that a picture of you?" He looked at my Facebook page. He goes, "Is that before or after the stem cells, that you've been wearing the stem cell activation patches?" I said, "It's after." And he couldn't believe. I said, I'm not going to give exactly my age, but I will say that it's amazing, when you go in to a senior citizen to get a discount, and they ask to see your ID. That's a reverse ID check. I'm like, you know, when you're a kid, like you're 18, 19, and you want to get served alcohol, they like, okay, let me see your ID or whatever. And then you still get carded because they won't let you qualify for the senior citizen discount. I'm like, I'm not 39, I'm not 48, but that's what they're mistaking me for. You know, I mean, it's crazy, Wendy. And I know you get the same thing. Wendy gets 20-year-olds asking her out on a date. I'm just kidding. But that's amazing. It's like amazing how crazy. I mean, because I do too, you know, and I'm like, are you kidding? I have a daughter that's older than you, you know. But that's what's so weird about these stem cells, man, because they make you feel younger, you feel better, you have the energy. And guys, you know,
I actually,
healthy.
to be honest, I feel better than I did in my 20s. So
It's amazing. And I will say this on camera, you look amazing. And I've seen some pictures that you've had when you were like, you know, a lot younger. And I think you still look amazing. Like I would never guess, like if I didn't know you and I just saw you, I'd be like, and you said, hey, you know, this is I'd be like, you're lying, you know, and that's one of the cool things. Because that's what people loved compliment. Like they loved, and you don't have to wear all this makeup. Like I don't have any makeup on, you know, maybe I should put some on, I don't know. But
I have some on, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, but you know what? Even with or without the makeup, I mean, makeup can only hide so much, let's face it. And to feel younger, to feel the feeling of being like in your 20s and 30s again, that, guys, is way better. It's way better because aging, like that doctor said, it's going to happen. So try it, sample it, test out the X39. That's the one that we all wear. So everybody wears the X39. Then there's other patches.
So if you were to get just one, make sure you start out with X39.
Right. Start out with the X39. Right. And then we can help you as you want to add on more patches, you know, like Wendy and I have been doing for the last umpteen months. So awesome. Hey, guys, thank you for your Sunday afternoon. Thank you for whenever you're watching this. And again, you know,
thank you.
Hit the Wendy Rich Energy, click on that. And what's our tagline again? Live
younger,
longer, guys. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Wendy, it was great seeing you again. Keep
You
smiling.
too. Yes, always.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
All right. You too.
Thank you.